I'm your host Kyle, and thank you for joining me today as we look at a couple more recipes that you and your family can use for another great eating experience. Today we're going to be doing a stuffed pork chop. It's fall, and we're going to be using a lot of fall flavors and fall fruits, vegetables, and we're also going to be serving that with a side of sweet potato or yam wedges. So I think you're really going to enjoy this. First, to start off with our pork chops, we're going to start off with the stuffing. And in order to make the stuffing, we need a little bit of bacon to help get a nice little salty flavor in there. So when you make your bacon, you want to make it nice and crispy. Start off with a little bit of our Bari delicate extra virgin olive oil. Just a little bit in the pan. It doesn't take very much, just a little bit like that. Put your bacon in there just to get it started. Once it's all done, you'll crumble it like this. And so that's what you do to make the bacon. That's your first step. Now to make the stuffing, after you've got that done, take a little bit of the grease from the bacon that you had and add that to some of your olive oil. Okay, and I'm going to just do this here, and I've got some already made up for you that we'll see a little later. Add a little more extra virgin olive oil, and you're going to need this to saute the vegetables with. Probably a quarter cup will do it. And to that, you're going to add your onions. It's about a half of a diced red onion, 1 green apple, and about a cup of celery. And what you're going to do is you're going to let that fry down for about 5 minutes, cook down, let the apples get nice and soft. Once that happens, you're going to take some of our balsamic vinegar and you're going to place that in there. You're going to take some salt. And you're going to take some pepper. Freshly ground I found is the best. You're also going to take about a half a teaspoon of sage and put that in there, along with some dried cranberries. And you're going to let this cook for about another 5 minutes. It'll reduce down really nice. After about another 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe, depending on how big your apples are, you're going to add your breadcrumbs. Use about a cup's worth. I know we're making a nice big pile here, but it'll cook down. And then to that, you're going to add a half a cup of chicken stock. And then you're going to combine this all. If it's looking a little bit dry, don't worry about it. Your pork chops are going to give off a lot of juice, and it'll soak it right up. So I have some of that I've already made up that I have over here, and this is what it looks like. It's nice and fluffy. It's not too wet, as you can see, and this is what we're going to use to stuff the pork chop with. We've got some nice fat pork chops here that we've sliced in the middle to make a nice pocket. And we're just going to use a little bit of the stuffing. We're going to put it right in there like this. Okay. And I've already done the other one. And we're going to take some of the oil. Sorry, I got meaty hands. And we're also going to use a little bit more of that bacon just to get a little bit more of that bacon flavor through there. And we're going to stick these on here and let them start to go. We're going to put some salt, some pepper on those, and we're also going to do a little bit of garlic salt. And these are just going to fry for 2-3 minutes per side, and then we'll put them in the oven and bake them. Okay, so these have been on here for about 2-3 minutes, and they're about ready to flip. What I've gone ahead and done is I put a little salt and pepper on there, as well as some garlic salt. And what we're going to do is we're just going to flip them. We've got a nice color on there, and all we're looking for is to just get a nice little bit of color on the meat. While those are finishing up on the second side, I'm going to go ahead and start with our potato wedges. And for this, it's really simple. All you're going to do is drizzle with some extra virgin olive oil. Probably a quarter cup. This is 2 medium-sized sweet potatoes. And we're going to salt them up. I'm also going to put a little pepper on here as well. Now, you could do this all in a bag and shake it all up to get everything evenly distributed. I find it's just as easy to do it on the tray itself. So we're just going to go ahead and give these a quick toss. And these are going to go in the oven. We can cook this at the same time. These are going to go in the oven at the same temperature at 350. And let me turn the meat down a little bit. You can hear it's getting hot. For about 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these in. And that meat is about done. And I've got a couple more I've prepared already ahead of time. And we're just going to get that in there. Turn off the stove. And what you want to do is you're going to go at 350 for about 50 minutes to an hour. Cover it with some tin foil. And about 10 minutes before it's done, take the tin foil off to get some more color on there. So we're going to put these in here as well. And through the magic of television, we have some already done. Oh, I forgot to mention, with your extra stuffing, as you can see here, just go ahead and pile it on there. You're going to make enough stuffing for probably, 8 to 10. Eight to 10 pork chops. So you're going to have plenty of extra there. Just go ahead and put it on the top and serve up a little extra of that as well. So I'm going to take one of these pork chops, put it on here, and then I'm going to grab a few of these potatoes as well. They're nice and soft, a little sticky. That's okay. Don't you love live television? Put those on here as well. And then just to make it a little bit fancy, what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've taken some of our orange balsamic vinegar. Get this out of the way. And I've made a reduction of it. I've taken about 1 cup of balsamic vinegar and I've just simmered that for about the last half hour or so. And it comes off with this really nice glaze. Almost a nice syrup. Just drizzle that all down there. And this is a wonderful dish that your family's going to love. Become a family favorite of ours, and I know you're going to enjoy it as well. Perfect meal for the fall time. Brings out all the great, wonderful fall fruits and vegetables, and also shows you a way to use our delicate oil where you don't want the oil to interfere with the great flavors of the food. And I know you're going to enjoy this. So thanks for joining us, and look for us again next time on Cooking with Bari.